Hello, gentle viewers. This is Guardian, welcoming you back to Out of the Park Baseball 26 with the Chicago White Sox. Previous episode didn't go so hot. Much like the Rockies, we choked down the stretch, and as a result, we didn't go very deep into the postseason, which is a bummer, of course. But, you know, hope springs eternal, right? And we just gotta keep on keeping on. That's what we're gonna do in this very episode. Before we get into the episode, I wanted to address a fantastic question asked to me in the last White Sox video. First of all, thank you very much to Insight World 422, who pointed out the price of somebody that I was going to sign but didn't. But more interestingly, not that it was an interesting comment, of course, Brian Guerra 7094 writes, I was at the Ohtani 10Ks 3-hour game. First of all, super jealous. And after the first inning, when he struck out 3 in a row and then led off with a home run, I couldn't fathom what he was doing. Do you think it was the greatest performance of any sport of all time? I really like this question a lot. And I have been giving it some thought ever since that comment was posted. I think for baseball, unquestionably. For somebody to be that dominant in both aspects of the game is something we just don't see very often. As much as people point out that Babe Ruth was a pitcher and a hitter, which is true, I think the game now is immeasurably more challenging than it was in Babe Ruth's day. Not to shut on his accomplishments or anything, but it is harder to be great in 2025 than it was to be great in 1925. Or in his case, 1915, because he was a pitcher earlier in his career, not later. So I think for baseball, I cannot fathom a performance like that being better for right now. Ohtani could always top it. Maybe next time it's 4 home runs. It's 15. Maybe he throws a fucking perfect game and it's 5 home runs. Literally anything is possible with Shohei Ohtani. And we're really grateful, or we should be grateful, to have somebody of his caliber playing. The last time I felt the way that I do about Ohtani is Barry Bonds at the height of his abilities. Just every time he came up to the plate, you knew something special was going to happen. And I think something is very, very true of Ohtani as well. Except he also happens to pitch. It's the great performance of every sport of all time. That's a much more difficult thing, and I'm going to give a cop-out answer, and I apologize for it, but the fact is I don't know that much about many other sports. I just don't. And so I'm probably uniquely poorly qualified. Like his pro wrestling, I watch other pro wrestling, but that's also, a scripted sport. It is a sport, but it is scripted. Like, I'm sure somebody can be like, this boxing match was better, and maybe you're right. Because I've never watched a bunch of boxing. I used to watch Friday Night Fights when I was in college, but only sparingly, because boxing isn't my favorite sport. Football? I mean, Deion Sanders was a pretty good defensive back and a pretty good wide receiver. But I don't think he was ever anywhere near a Shohei Ohtani type. In football, they'll be like getting like 3 interceptions, running at least one of them back for a touchdown, and then maybe catching 10 to 15 passes for another 100 to 150 yards, and scoring 2 more touchdowns that way. I certainly don't know of anybody that did that. Maybe like a Paul Warfield might have done it, maybe, but I don't even think he did it. Hockey would be like a goalie also getting a hat trick. And given how rare it is for a goalie to even get one in their entire career, I don't think goalie hat tricks are a real thing. I feel like I'd need to Google it, though, because I would actually rate that more highly. I don't care about something happening in football, the other football. Yeah, only one person has ever scored multiple goals as a goal, which is Ron Hextall. And those in 2 different years. So, if that ever happened, if a goalie somehow got a hat trick in the same game, I'm sorry, Shohei Ohtani, I love you. You're utter garbage compared to a few like that, because that's playing 60 minutes on defense in one of the hardest positions in all of professional sports while also scoring 3 goals. I also don't think that will ever happen in 1,000 years. Um, Basketball, I mean, Wilt Chamberlain had some pretty big games. Um, you can pick them. There's plenty of excellent basketball players that have delivered clutch performances. Um, maybe. Um, I guess if Shohei Ohtani also like a brilliant defensive play too, like he like scooped up the perfect like line drive right at him and started like a double play, something maybe that make it even better. I don't know, but I think that's where we are right now. I think for now that is correct. That is the correct answer. Shohei Ohtani's is the greatest performance of any sport that I'm aware of. Now, if you happen to be an expert in other sports and just want to shout out with your knowledge, I highly welcome you to do so in the comments to this one. I'll be curious to hear what you all think. Back to this sport where we don't have a Shohei Ohtani. We just have a very good team that choked at the wrong time. It happens, and now we have to make up for it. So first thing we want to do is we need to find a new bench coach. Ideally, somebody personable. Now, the problem is we have Anthony Nunez, actually. But he's not a very good teacher. So he's got the personality, but he's not the kind of coach that I'm looking for. Somebody's temperamental is also fine, but I don't have one of those either. Will Venables also kind of a crappy teacher. So I think we have to go outside the organization. Or we could just like make Cody Ash the bench coach, maybe. He doesn't want to be a manager. You don't have that great relationship with my people. That's not exciting. Let's go ahead and try to find ourselves a bench coach on the open market. And I don't love it, right? Like, it's not my favorite thing ever, but Justin Masterson would absolutely destroy our chemistry as a club. And Anthony Nunez isn't a good enough coach. He's close, right? Like, he is a reasonable choice. If something were to happen to one of my other coaches, I could definitely want to promote him at some point. How would you get along with my current players, actually? Let's ask that question. You know what? Fuck it. We ball. You're the new bench coach. You're not a great teacher, but that's not really what you're here for. That's what Gregory Munoz and Sergio Santos are here for. There we go. Will Venable, you get promoted too. Congratulations. And then we just get a new rookie league manager. Done deal. I would love to pick up Stanley Guzman, so let's make that a thing. Alright, coaching dealt with. Player development. Let's go. Edwin Lusso, you have to be better at something. There has to be something you're actually competent at if you're ever going to play in the major leagues. So, how about you figure that out? Brian Bittner, there's a world in which you play meaningful at bats, so I think I'm going to try something a bit sus. I'm going to try to get him to play center field better. If he can improve center field just a little bit, I think he's got a very long career ahead of him. Very long. And very welcome. Adam Wiley, the walk's got to stop. Like, that is what is holding you back. Throw strikes, loser. Prospect time. Who we got? Kevin Meredith is already like a integral part of this bullpen potentially. Let's have you work on your control though. Tony Best, are you really the best at anything? Let's work on that, shall we? Ambrose Chilo, low key, is a pretty special prospect. I would love for him to get some more attention. Because if this guy can hit, he is a genuine shortstop. Like I think he'd be a better second baseman, but he would not be remiss as a shortstop. 2 more spots available. Ryan Grammer. Please learn how to take a walk. Kirk Rummage. Please learn how to take a walk. There we go. Done. Now, I hope you haven't noticed that the owner has a goal for us. He wants us to re-sign John Crank. That is almost certainly not going to happen. I have no desire whatsoever to try to extend John Crank. I don't have the money. You want me to get better in close games? I'd rather try that. That's how I feel. Okay. Ito, I'm going to release you now. Yep. I think they changed something about the game where it's not automatic releasing people that are non-tendered. So, duly noted. Raul Barrera wants a reasonably high raise. I am happy to give it to him. I think he's earned it. I think he is more than capable of being a very, very solid reliever, and so a fairly minor raise is one that I'm happy to grant. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. Can you do it for a cool 2 million? Is that something that interests you? No, you're like, fuck you, jerk. 2.1? Okay, that was it. That was the goal. Alright. Dan Halpern. I still think his best position is as a utility guy. And this could mean Bill Shicklett playing second base. If we want to get spooky. I think for a utility guy, 3.2 million is reasonable, but I wouldn't pay him much more than that. So I think this is fine. Until we're positive what we're going to do, I want to have somebody like Halpern. The Hernandezes definitely get re-signed. 100%. The question is Edwin Hernandez. Edwin Hernandez has put together, of his 4 seasons, he's put together an okay rookie season, a genuinely great sophomore season, a pretty damn good junior season, and then an acceptable senior season, I guess. I don't know where I was going to with that, but he is going to want to get paid all of the money that's ever been paid. And he deserves it. I don't think I'm going to question that. What I do question is whether he's going to get the money that he secretly really wants. Actually, this is surprisingly affordable. I think this is I think he is far too important to me to give any possibility of free agency. I like the opt-out, although I think it's at a point in his career where he's probably going to take it anyway. I think this is a decision that we have to make. I think he's far too valuable to me offensively. Replacing him is going to be a nightmare. And I think he's a great fit. So I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to lock it down. Altamar Crank and Anthony Pack Jr. I can bring back one of these three players. Maybe. Probably not John Crank. John Crank wants to get paid lots of money. I could bring back Altamar. I'm not sure that I want to. Anthony Pack Jr. actually wants a pay cut, and he did do what I wanted him to do. And even more relevantly, I don't really have a center fielder that I trust right now. Bringing him back for a year or two is probably a good idea. Because he is that good defensively. He's amazing defensively. And so I think we go ahead and we give Mr. Pack an extension. But I want two team options on. I want to be free of him when I'm ready to be free of him. But for now, absolutely love the idea. Love it. I could get spicy. I could offer John Crank a qualifying offer. Nobody's going to give him what he thinks he is worth. Like, let me just repeat that. He is not getting $20 million. Maybe somebody thinks he could secretly be a starter, and if so, go for it. He's not $20 million. So, we may check in on him, but I have every intention of seeing him depart. I'm even going to add him to the former Sox list. Tony Salas was never coming back either. So this is our current contract situation. Let's advance some time. Oh, do I want to keep any of these guys? Jesse Bingaman is an okay starter. There's definitely a world in which he has meaningful plate appearances. And I don't want to lose him as a result, but I have many, 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 many more players that are even better. Edo Sith is quite good. These are guys that I very much want to keep. So I think we bid them a fond farewell. We tell all these guys to get lost. And let me add all of these gentlemen to the 40-man. There we go. I'm going to offer some... Chris Ehrlich had a really, really good season. But I think we would be fooling ourselves if we genuinely thought he could casually just crank 35 home runs in the majors. If you stay, you stay, and I would be grateful, but if you don't stay, I don't care. Oh, you only want a major league contract, huh? That's fair. Maybe somebody can give Ryan Jasper what he so richly deserves. But it's not coming from me. Chris Carrera. Okay. Neat. Yeah. So that's that dealt with. I mean, I could keep Bingaman. Is my rotation so deep that I can afford to let him go? Probably. Like, what does he have that James Conway doesn't? And the answer is very little. James Conway's a perfectly acceptable starting pitcher. Yeah. Like, I have medium tier starting pitchers in spades. It's not something that we lack at the moment. I think I'm going to trade Bingaman if some... Actually, I don't think I can trade him anymore. I don't think I have his rights. We can ask, but I don't think anybody's going to take him. Because he's about to disappear in minor league free agency, so okay, fine. Quite correct. Personal message. It's taken a long time to load. Stanley Guzman. I'm giving you an amazing bargain. 200 grand. Look at that. He's not going to take it. He's obviously getting major league offers. Arizona has claimed Steve Myers. That's fine. He's not the end of the world. Like, if there was a world in which he had to be my starting center fielder, I wouldn't have been too annoyed by it. But he got injured at the wrong time. It'd be like that sometimes. We got Pack. Fans are happy about Hernandez. Fans are over the fucking moon about Edwin Hernandez. Yeah, see, you're getting offered major league deals. That's why. And that's not going to happen with me. So I'm going to casually offer somebody else. Kyle McPherson, what about you? Do you want to be a rookie league coach? I bet you do. I bet you're like, fucking finally. My life has meaning because I've been offered a job. Damn, Ray Hoisington got back a haul. Respect. That's some big respect right there. Damn. I will pay you 200 grand. Just like that. We don't fuck around here in Chicago, okay? We don't. Are you actually receiving better offers, or are you just dicking me around? If somebody offered me $250,000, I'd be pretty excited if that happened. Really? Anthony Pack Jr. didn't win a fucking Gold Glove. How good was Heriberto Langley? Okay, he was pretty great. Fine. I'm not happy about it, but I do understand it. That's a pretty incredible guy. I guess haven't actually asked ourselves the question yet, what do we actually want to do to get better? And I don't know. We could probably use a bit more skill in the rotation, I think. Brian Bittner is frustrated. Well, figure it out, jerk. Herb Berry was amazing, as is absolutely no shock. He didn't get shortstop too, did he? Bummer. El Boomer. Yeah, see, this is bananas. This is a comically gigantic amount of money. I know I'm paying Jay Horner a fair bit. Like, I'm not pretending like my fiscal ideas are the best. But come on, bro. Actually, I guess Jay Horner is up at the end of this year, so worth noting. All right, what do we want to add to this year's team to make us a better team? With the makings of a pretty decent rotation. Picard, Garcia, Balboa, Waters, and probably Jaden Charles is reasonably good. I don't have a true ace, but I'm not buying a true ace at $11 million in it. That's just not going to happen. Offensively. Bill Shipwood is a 3-time Gold Glove first baseman. Do we move him to second so we can open up I don't think we do. But man, would I love to get Danny Rios out of the field. Like, my boy is just bad at being an outfielder. Like, the only way out of the situation that's guaranteed to work is trading Shiflett. Otherwise, we just have to stumble through what we've been stumbling through, which is Shiflett plays first, Hernandez plays DH, or we switch it to I don't care, and then Danny Rios fucks up in left field constantly. I feel like this is a problem I need to solve, and it's a problem that I have to solve now. I can't keep carrying. I can't keep dragging Danny Rios' desiccated corpse into the outfield and expecting us to win those close games. So how do we solve this? It's probably trade Bill Shiflett. And I think his value now is as high as it's ever going to be. And then Edwin Hernandez plays first base. Danny Rios DHs, and we can upgrade in the outfield by playing literally anybody in the outfield. Hell, we could play Luis Solorzano. We could give Chris Ehrlich a shot in the major leagues. We have options. And I think we would be doing ourselves a tremendous disservice if we didn't consider the alternative of trading Bill Shiflett. I'm going to ask for a package of rookies and see what we get. I get one offer. Chris Jackson is an okay pitcher. He's not great. He doesn't throw super hard, but he's competent. Rich Perry is a soft. This is terrible. Like, these are three pitchers that might be kind of useful, but that is hardly. Wow, really? I'm not going to take on an even worse contract. That's fucking stupid. Or is it? Yeah, it's stupid. I seriously considered this till I saw that. That is not something I can afford. I would trade for a starting pitcher, but they have to be somebody that I can trust. That isn't, 1,000 years old. Fosco Carta instantly upgrades the current rotation, gets rid of Bill Shiflett. I think this is probably the deal that we take. I could get Kyoji Doi back, which would be funny, but not going to happen. Denny Rodriguez is a perfectly fine outfielder, but he is 3 years removed from actually being a great everyday player. I feel more strongly about picking up Fosco Cardia for 2 years. What do you think about this trade, my dude? I think we have to take it. This really sucks. I like Bill Shiflett a lot. And I think we'll probably regret this in the long term. But this is a decision that we have to make. We have to break this logjam. We have to. It's required. And adding another reliable arm in the rotation is only going to make our postseason chances that much sweeter. I would love to get more out of this trade. I will ask, but I don't have too many hopes that I will get more. Carlos Ramirez would be very good. I'd be pretty happy to add Carlos Ramirez to my roster, but That's probably not going to happen. Mark Bender is acceptable, I suppose. He's not that great. I think we just genuinely take this deal and run with it. I know that Brian Jones is technically the better pitcher, but I'm very concerned that the moment he hits my ballpark, he's going to suffer. This trade hurts, but it's a trade that has to be made. That sucked. That really, really sucked. And only the fact we got a pretty damn good starting pitcher in return makes that palatable. We're now in the market for an outfielder. I do have some internal candidates I'm excited to try out, but practically speaking, we're going to need to get a better outfielder, a better caliber of outfielder. So that's what we're going to target in free agency. I am so grateful that Danny Rose can play DH now. You have no idea. And I know. The other alternative was trading Rios and keeping Shiflett. The reason that I didn't keep Shiflett instead is because Rios has been a more consistent hitter. Shiflett had seasons where he kind of sucked. And I'm hoping that taking him out of the field is just going to make him that much more effective. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. It was never going to be Hernandez. Hernandez is always going to be the last man standing of the three of them. So what we did will hurt, but I'm hopeful that at least in the short term, it's not that terrible, and it gives us options for the long term, which is adding in more talent and things of that nature. I have $24 million now. That's a lot of dollars. No, you fucked me before. I'm buying a Japanese starter again. Nope, you got me once, jerks. Alright, what do we got in the outfielder market? I mean, Orlando Rodriguez is kind of an attractive dude because he hits so damn hard. But he hasn't stayed healthy in a long time. And I'd want somebody a bit more effective than that. Ivan Vasquez, you're in. You can be added. We could bring Garrett Kozic back. I mean, we have to at this point, right? Like, unironically, Garrett Kozic playing the outfield for me kind of works for me. Low key. That's the kind of offer I could be excited about. I would prefer somebody that is of high quality. That basically means Orlando Rodriguez. And I see too many flaws in his game to make me excited about the opportunity of bringing him along. If I were to even consider this deal, I would have to, first of all, not get a no-trade clause, and I'd have to get a team option. He is a competent... Yeah, he's a competent outfielder. He's reasonably good. I will make this offer and see what he takes. I also would not mind getting a little bit of bullpen depth because you lost John Crank. That's actually really smart. Who do we got that can spin a baseball as a reliever? Kunimitsu Agura is pretty good, but again, don't trust him. Maybe I do trust him. Franklin Munoz, 100% of the time we take. Is it so crazy taking a guy with his obvious skill and not offering him a contract? Like, that's not crazy, is it? Yeah, a veteran reliever might be just what the doctor ordered here. I can get Jose Salas. I can bring him back for free. Oh, it's a different Jose Salas. Never mind. I mean, hey, that's fine. Yeah, let's see what this returns as. Let's see what kind of ideas we have here. By the way, I do recognize we could have just gone the route of playing Shiflett at second base. I think it would have been a disastrous second baseman. I think we actually would have been worse off if we had done that. I truly believe that. Paul Harris has nobody to get excited about. I think we just decline this trade. You really want to get rid of Paul Harris, don't you? I have no interest in him, I'm sorry. You want a major league deal, huh? I was like, I'm a major league player. Don't offer me a major league deal. Oh, look, a minor league deal. Exactly what I wanted. What do I even care about here? Why is this even of interest to me? Oh, it's Tyler Heidemann. Damn, this man loves Minnesota. I think I almost drafted him, and that's why I shortlisted him. Yeah, we're very much in a win now posture. I'm not saying we win at all costs. That's not at all what I'm saying. But I am saying that we need to win now rather than later. I think we're really going to have a better opportunity now, particularly with our new acquisition only being here for 2 years. That's just my vibes, pals. That's just my vibes. This is a deeply disappointing free agent class. Or Hall of Fame class. I'll vote for Ben Brown. Why not? I've got spots. I might as well try to give them to people to keep them on the roster if I think they deserve it. Do we have any Chillas? Any Chicago White Sox? Garrett Crochet doesn't count because that was before I took over the White Sox. Poor Paul Skeens turned into a mediocre reliever. You hate to see it. Let's submit the ballot. How much are the fans mad at me? The fans are fine. Like, they may be a bit grumpy, but we're fine. It's fine. Wait a minute, have I oh my god, I have genuinely been punting on scouting and player development. The fuck is wrong with me, guys? I can't do everything, but that's fine. I'm going to increase ticket prices by $2 and see if that helps generate some more revenue. It should do. Like, we need more money. We need more money injected into this organization. Like, there's no two ways about it. We're paying a lot of money right now. Bitter didn't get any better. Then, my friend, focus on your hitting, I guess. I'm a bit sad. I was hoping for more from you, but whatever, man. You can't win them all. Work on your plate discipline, I guess. Ah, because of my increase to my budget, I can no longer afford to sign you. Reduce my draft budget, please. Reduce it to like $8 million. There you go. Now I don't think I can afford to sign him anymore. Which really sucks. Because I think he is very important. Maybe I can find a reliever that's almost as good for cheaper, like Franklin Munoz, who I can get for a minor league contract. I'm a little bummed about that. I was really looking forward to having both of them. The problem is, I just don't have enough money. My budget is only 14th. You're charitable, but I still need more money. I still need a lot more money than you're giving me. Oh, we did get Orlando and Rodriguez, which is good. I don't hate it. I can't give up Kevin Meredith. But I am interested in Santiago Hernandez. Am I? Am I really that interested in him? I don't think I'm that interested in him, to be honest with you. Nah. I want Kevin Meredith to be in our current bullpen. Alright. So we get Orlando Rodriguez, who's a very competent outfielder. He's a talented hitter. We could platoon him if we have to. Get Brian Bittner some experience. I like where we're going right now. That's how I feel at the moment. I like where this is going. I can still give a guy like a Chris Ehrlich a shot. Definitely. Assuming that he's still here by the time Rule 5 rolls around. I don't care anymore. You're just not that valuable to me. So enjoy your time with the Mariners. Look. Look. I can't give you the money that you're looking for. I don't have it. So I think we're just gonna have to bid you a fond farewell. Alex Mendez is still hanging around. Nah. I can always grab a competent reliever through the Rule 5 draft. I've also got enough interesting players in the minor leagues that I could also get one from there. So, Ogura signed with the fucking Yankees, probably. Fucking Yankees. Oh, the other New York team, the Mets. I'm gonna go ahead and add Munoz immediately to the 40-man because I do think we need to keep him. John Crank got almost $30 million a year. I think you're absolutely mental. That is... I can't. I cannot comprehend why anyone would spend that much money on a reliever. Peak Mariano Rivera is not a $30 million a year player. That's the height of silliness. That's wow. Game, wow. I do like Travis Chick, but he's also very, very far away from the major leagues. I don't think it's a good fit. What do we got somebody that's good right now? I mean, I don't hate Keith Patrick, but he can't pitch. Ramon Obregon is an okay starter, but not a reliever. Damn, really? I think we take Mike Bennett. Yeah, let's take Mike Bennett. This is fine. Mike Bennett could be a starter. Like, let's not lose sight of that. He's actually a competent pitcher. But I like him also being a reliever if we need him to be. We look at pitchers. What am I looking at here? Mostly starters. Okay, fine. There's a lot to like about Tim Handley, and he's got experience in the high minors, so I'm kind of tempted to give him a shot. Just a little taste. Oh, I must already be at a 40-man, aren't I? Yeah, I am. That's all right then. I'll just hang out with what I've already got. I think that's fine. Tatsuo Ito, the man who was briefly worth $40 million, is now worth nothing. That's funny. All right, guys. Anybody left that I could sign that can pitch well? Jeremy Gonzalez doesn't get me worked up. Plus, didn't you pitch for me already? No, maybe not. Yeah, actually, he was an international free agent for us, so that's kind of fun, but... It is so important that we have a great bullpen that I will invest in it, but I'm not going to invest a lot of resources into it. That's not going to happen. Like, yes, I can get Miguel Guevara. Oh, excuse me. I can get Miguel Guevara for free or for cheap, but I don't think he's any good. And I think that's the issue I'm running into. Who could I actually add that would make an actual positive impact on this bullpen? Pretty much anybody. Then again, I've got relievers in the high minors that could use an opportunity. Got starters that could use an opportunity. I've got Tobias Kubek for some reason. Maybe it's okay if we don't pick up a veteran reliever. I would like one, but I don't see one that really fits my needs. I guess the closest is a Jeremy Gonzalez, but I'm just not convinced he's still got it as a reliever. Do I have a lefty in the pen right now? I have Adam Wiley. He's not actually a reliever. Maybe it is worth picking up Jeremy Gonzalez for a year. Maybe. Sure. Damn, Guardians, you spent big. He just got a bigger signing bonus. That's all he got. I mean, I guess I could have had him maybe. Garrett Crochet made the Hall of Fame. That's pretty cool. Poor John Cruz. They all think you suck. Sorry, pal. I mean, literally, I was the only offer that you had. Like, let's not sugarcoat things, my friend. Nobody else wanted you. That's why you were still hanging out, like, into January. $262 million. Fans are kind of bummed. I didn't deal him. He just signed with somebody else for lots of money. Trading Jaden Charles would free up a lot of money. But the local fans love him, as well they should. He's been an excellent pitcher, but he is very much overpaid. Very much. Jay Horner, don't be ridiculous. You know the contract that really, really hurts? Maini's. I'm literally paying $20 million a win for him. This is the single financial transaction that is crippling this franchise right now. I can genuinely only hope that Mr. Maini has a fucking stroke and opts out of his contract. Hugo Gonzalez. Can I get you to sign with me? I can't give you the full cap, unfortunately. Or can I? No, I can't. I can give you 4 I give you 4. Hang on. 4. 0, 0, 0, 0. Now you can definitely get more money from somebody else, so if that's what happens, that's what happens. I think we got him. I think we got him, guys. He's a pretty good player. Nice. Player development. P-Card losing velocity is concerning. Rule Barrera getting better is pretty tasty. Ronald Benitez got a little bit better. Orlando Rodriguez got a tiny bit worse. You fucking mock me, Maini. And remember, the owner wanted us to resign him. So, well, I can't blame the owner for everything. I think that one, I should have done it. No. I gotta own my shit. I made a bad choice, and it is what it is. Garrett Kosic, welcome back. Mr. Alexander the Apocalypse, welcome back. Mike Turner, sure. Modafi Alcala, alright. Anybody intriguing in the lower minors? Not really. Not anybody that I'm willing to just like randomly give a major league job to. I mean, I should promote Chilo, and I will. It's actually the promotion, is it? Let's send you to A-ball. There we go. This is fine. New bench coach, 6-man rotation in spring training. Let's see what you got for me. Damn, Jaden Charles doesn't even make the opening day rotation. That's fucking wild. That's ballsy. Danny Rios leading off. Okay, fine, but why? At least he's properly DHing now. That makes me feel better. I'm very much on board with Brian Bittner playing center field during spring training here. And then we can always bring in Pack Jr. if we need to. I think that's a reasonable take. Samson being benched is a bit weird for me. I mean, he just hit 25 home runs. But he's also not a very good catcher, so I kind of get it. We can evaluate here momentarily. Nice. Damn, Lucio. Look at you. That's the kind of improvement that could actually get you an opening day job, my friend. Five weeks for John Cole. I mean, he was never going to make the roster anyway, probably, but that still sucks for him. Um, 4 weeks isn't the end of the world. He'll still be ready by opening day, or close to it. And this gives a chance to try out some young guys during spring training, so I'm kind of into it. McTurner's throwing harder. Adam Wiley's throwing harder. Blossom is never his problem, though. His problem is the fact that he doesn't throw strikes frequently enough. Mr. Solorzano here has a very realistic opportunity here to be a major leaguer. Chris Ehrlich could get in there, too. He had a fantastic season in AAA, so I am inclined to give him a shot if he wants it. Nice. I mean, you're only missing 4 weeks on a broken finger. That's actually mad respect from me. I don't hate that at all. I mean, Bittner is going to be fine. All right, let's get set up. I'm going to simulate up to March 18th. Cool. I'm going to go ahead and activate Orlando Rodriguez just so I don't have to worry about it. I know he won't be healthy for another 4 days, but it's better than having an outfielder break camp with the team and then never play. All right. Pitching. 23 pitchers. Too many pitchers. All right. Alcala Miners. I had a lot of average relievers here. Warmington gone. Rockle gone. Conway gone. I've got to get rid of 5 more pitchers. Varner to the minors, Munoz to the minors, Keener to the minors. Adam Wiley's out of options, and frankly, I want him in the majors. I want him to start playing meaningful innings. Anybody want Jaden Charles out of interest? Just for fun. Nobody wants him. That makes sense. Oh, I think he's got 10-5 rights. Yeah, that makes sense. Nick Lee to the minors. 14 players. Has Kevin Mertz actually pitched in AAA before? He did, briefly but terribly. He's still one of the better relievers on my team, but I think he can be the last guy that goes to the minors. Yeah. Alright, 5-man rotation is going to be this. That I'm fine with. Emergency starter, long relief. I don't have a comically huge number of relievers, which is really funny. Which is really, really funny. I need a second setup man. I honestly don't know who I trust enough to make the second setup guy. This bullpen is a fucking mess, guys. It is truly a fucking mess. Hmm. Yeah, Alex Garcia has earned his spot, as has Chris Waters, as has Oscar Balboa, as have Andrew Picar, and Fosco Cardia has a pretty nice major league track record. All this means that Adam Wiley doesn't get to start the year in the rotation, which is fine with me. I wish we had a better bullpen. I truly wish we had a better bullpen. And while I can definitely expect better performances from some of these guys, fucking Jaden Charles. At least I can get rid of Jaden Charles in 2 years, right? Like, he's not going to be around for very much longer. Alright. That's your opening day bullpen. Letting Adam Smith repeat AAA is not it's not a terrible idea. Jose Hernandez is an excellent catcher, but he's a terrible hitter. Joel Sampson is probably the most average member. Adam Smith could get better, though. I like Adam Smith more than I actually like Joel Sampson. Just because Adam Smith can take walks, which Joel Sampson definitely can't. Jose Hernandez, I'm going to have you start the year in AAA. That's my decision on that front. Al Apocalypse, you're gone. Willie Escargot, I would love for you to play in AA, please. I have too many outfielders. I have way too many outfielders. Noted. Pacala's gone. I think Beamish is gone. Beamish can hang out in the minors. I've got to go to 4 more outfielders. That's going to be awfully challenging. I'm going to let Bittner play in AAA. I think that's the right decision for the club. I think Pack Jr. gets to play center field, which I think is what he's well suited for. I kind of want to keep Solorzano if I can. So Kozic and Ehrlich definitely both go back to the minors. I like Solorzano more than I like Beltran. Ooh, you can't play the outfield. I like you less now. You're as big a nightmare as Danny Rios is in the field. So then that makes this an easy decision. You get to go to the minors. Yeah, it's the right move. I don't love it, but it's the right move. All right. Let's blow it up and let me set it the way that it needs to be set. Okay? All right, first things first. Alberto Maini, for better or worse, is my leadoff guy. I do want somebody with more power hitting higher in the lineup. It's true, but it's not going to be him. It could be Rios. It could actually factually be Rios. I've got enough raw power in this lineup now from various means that Rios could very much hit second. But he's not going to. I want Rios to hit probably cleanup. So Herb Berry is going to saddle in here and hit second. Edwin Hernandez hits third. Danny Rios hits cleanup, and Orlando Rodriguez hits fifth. Danny Rios, you're DHing. You're playing left field. Okay. Chris Hernandez absolutely hits sixth. No hesitation. Great choice. Then it's Danforth Halpern playing second. So the question is, what do I do with Smith and Sampson? Do I go ahead and just platoon them? Smith is kind of solid all around. I kind of think maybe we give Smith a shot to start. It's a bit unorthodox. And it probably means I probably shouldn't be carrying Sampson in the majors if he's just going to be the backup catcher, but I think this is the right choice. I kind of feel good about Adam Smith being a starting catcher as a rookie. Then Mr. Pack Jr., go ahead and slide yourself in and play center field for me. Depth chart. I don't want Sampson playing that much, but I do want him playing at least every 5 games. I think that's reasonable. I think I'm going to copy this lineup, and we're going to do the exact same lineup against whatchamacallits. Yeah. I don't want Lucio playing center field all that frequently, but I think it's fine. I think it's acceptable. Sampson should not be playing catching every 3 games. Once every 5 is fine. I'm going to drop Orlando Rodriguez against when there's no DH. I think that's the right choice. And then we just have like the mega guy coming off the bench whenever we need him. Who's actually starting in left field? It's actually going to be Hernandez in left. And probably, I don't know who's actually going to start the first 4 games, but. Is this a world championship caliber team? The bullpen sure as shit is not. This bullpen scares me. We've got 2 really good pitchers in Jay Horner and Raul Barrera, but beyond that, it's really sus. I wish we didn't have Jaden Charles anymore. I wish we could have him go elsewhere. I need Kevin Meredith to really push the envelope here. And yeah, K-Dog, I need you to Manipulator. Pretty great. I need you to go ahead and work on your skills so that you can be ready for the majors. Edwin, I'm going to be honest with you. This is a crucial year for you. If you prove that you can handle this assignment, then you may very well get a chance to start in one of the outfield spots in the future. But Brian Bittner ain't far behind. And a full-powered Brian Bittner is better than you are. That's not true. You're actually a better outfielder than he is, because Bittner has a pretty weak arm. And Bittner may end up playing center field anyway, so this may be a moot point. Maybe we get both of you. I don't know. Is there any reliever that I could possibly par with right now? I could get rid of Mike Bennett in favor of Kevin Meredith. It could be done. Probably that's the move. Probably ask him to depart. Yeah, I think this has to happen. Sorry, Mike. Kevin Meredith makes us a better bullpen. That's the long and short of it. He makes us a better bullpen. This means Jeremy Gonzalez can do what he does best, which is kill lefties. And then Jaden Charles can do long relief. This is putting a lot in Kevin Meredith. I think he can handle it. Any man from Crab Orchard, West Virginia can handle things. That's what I've heard. Yeah. It's a very left-handed bullpen, which I didn't realize until looking at it right now. Remember when Jared Delgado was like, what if we just found ourselves a nifty little reliever, and then it turned out he wasn't that good? I remember that. We're relying awfully heavily on our rotation to do a lot of good work. If we are to be a competitive top-tier club, that's what's going to be our weak link is the bullpen. And the bullpen's only going to be extremely weak if the rotation can't hold out. Brian, you silly sausage. Fine. Or Josh Vantine. I feel like at one point we had lots and lots of high-quality relievers, and then we just don't. Like, they've all vanished. It's only going to get worse next year because they're not going to be able to keep Jay Horner. This season coming up has the potential to be incredibly challenging. It's about to get a little bit better as we say goodbye to people like Jaden Charles and hopefully also Alberto Maini. But this is going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. And I don't know that there's an obvious answer for how he makes this bullpen competitive. Obviously, a guy like Matt Cooner, definitely capable of handling himself. Also left-handed. Just fun. Like, I've got relievers that are okay. But I don't have many here that I go, yes, this guy's a future closer. That's probably something I need to address during the season here. If I don't get quality bullpen play, like Raul Barrera right now is looking to be the closer. And if that's the case, that's the case. I don't mind giving him closer money. Yeah, Jay Horner wants to get paid $20 million. It's not coming from me, so I'd probably spend 2 or 3 draft picks this draft on the bullpen. Especially with somebody that can be major league ready quite quickly. The lineup, I think, is going to be fine. Hopefully, Danny Rios being able to hit full time is going to let him crush baseballs at a comical rate. We get a full, healthy, maximum power year out of Edwin Hernandez. Everyone else does their jobs. Adam Smith provides some high-quality offense out of the catcher spot. Orlando Rodriguez really solidifies the center of our lineup and also gives us a quality corner outfielder. There's a lot to like about this team, but there's also a lot to be scared of. And this is I'm not sure whether the window is actually closed or not. I think the window is definitely closing because the butcher's bill is about to come due, and I just don't have the money to pay everybody that I like to pay. I just don't. Like, I'm probably gonna say goodbye to Balboa in the very near future. Probably gonna say goodbye, maybe to, and I want to say goodbye to Jaden Charles. It's something I would like to do. I kind of want Adam Wiley to get a shot to actually start at some point. Like, start like 100 plus innings, you'll see what happens. It's the thing I would like to happen. Chris Waters, you have pitched way too many innings to have a pitch count, so please pitch better. Pitch count of 0 pitches actually pulls him out of the game as soon as he shows up. Like, great game, hit the shower. It's like, but I didn't even throw the baseball yet. You heard me. The lineup is solid. The lineup is really solid. When a guy like Dan Halpern is a credible second baseman, I wish we had 2039 instead of 2040 Dan Halpern. This is a perfectly acceptable version of Dan Halpern, though. I want him to get on base, I want him to hit doubles, I want him to steal bases, and I want him to play great defense. Herb Berry is just phenomenal. And if there was any justice in the world, who would have an MVP award already? He does everything well, and I'm really excited that we have him. Chris Hernandez, low-key, has been a very solid outfielder for us now for the past 4 seasons, especially the past 3. He's probably going to want to raise, and he'll probably have earned it. I think this is a very good lineup from top to bottom. The only person I actually think is a bad hitter, is Anthony Pack Jr. If he is anywhere near league average, his value to me like triples. But I really want to get into a position where someone can take over center field from him. And maybe that's Brian Bittner. Maybe we just accept the fact we have an underpowered center fielder for a bit. But this bullpen scares me. I think the rotation is going to be fine. The rotation doesn't have as many like super aces, but it's also got really good pitchers in it. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is. Maybe the answer is just we see what happens. Maybe the answer is we need to do a bullpen upgrade in the middle of the season. Maybe we trade Jay Horner. I really don't want to, but especially if we are anywhere near being out of it, he's getting traded. Because nobody will have a pitcher this good on the market and at the trade deadline. If we're in the postseason picture, I have to keep him. Because we're in the business of win championships, and we're not going to win championships by letting one of my only 2 great relievers leave without a fight. So, we'll see. Friends, I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you have, please remember to like and subscribe. Comment down below if you have any thoughts about how things are going. And until next time, this has been Guardian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good night.